to Underground Superstar, the entertainment platform where emerging and independent artists come to transform their careers. I'm your host, Cheyenne Washington, and today we are spotlighting some incredible artists. So let's get into it. Who are we here with today?
You are here with Naie.
Naie. I love that. Your voice is so angelic.
Thank
I
you.
love that. And Naie, what city and state are you representing today?
I'm repping the East Coast. I'm from D.C., so
Okay.
the DMV in the house.
Okay, DMV. I'm from Connecticut, so period.
Okay, you right
East Coast
there.
girl. I know I
we
like
in
you.
here. Yeah,
I know.
I know. See,
Okay, period.
I don't know.
And can you please shout out your socials for the people at home so they can follow you?
Absolutely. On every platform, it is Dollstar Naie. So just DOLLSTARNAIE.
Okay, I like how she spelled that. I like that. Okay, let's get into it. What started you in your music journey?
Whew. Okay. Well, I started as a dancer. I'm a dancer of 10 years. And through that, with some of my dance groups, I would make the mixes when we would mash up other people's songs. And then that led me into production because I'm a producer of 7 years. And then I was like, you know what? If I'm making instrumentals, let's try it. Let's just see if we could do it.
Okay.
And slowly that has snowballed into the last over like half a decade of my life.
Wow, okay. So half a decade, you said about 5 years.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're starting to really get into the groove of it? Do you still feel like you're kind of finding yourself as an artist?
You know, yeah, I would say that I have pretty good footing now. I feel like I've had the trial and like error process in the timeline, but I finally reached a point of like, this is the sonic world that I wish to create. So I feel pretty good in that.
I love that. Okay. I was looking at some of your Instagram footage, right? And I noticed that you actually had some rehearsal footage with a live band. Yeah, you mentioned that you're a producer. So do you prefer to work with live instruments and live players?
It's so crazy because that was my first time working with a live band.
Wow.
And it's genuinely a moment that I just think about every day. It was so, I feel like my sonic world is so digital. It's so synthesizer and things like that. So to translate it onto live instruments was such an energy and experience that I really just can't explain.
I
So
love
shout out to Amplified SD. Love y'all. Yeah.
I love that. So what would you say is your favorite instrument, even like synchronized, even on the keyboard or
Bass.
live instrument? Bass?
Absolutely bass.
Okay.
Bass is like, think about any song that you like. You always, when the bass comes in, that's like the moment it really brings you in and you really feel it. So definitely the bass.
That is so true. I love a good bass line. Oh my gosh. Okay, my love. What does being an underground superstar mean to you?
Being an underground superstar means knowing your ability to convey and embody. I think as artists, we are given the gift of exactly that, embodiment and conveying. And to deny yourself that by not being authentic or kind of dimming the dramatics of what you do is almost disrespect to the gift that you've been gifted by whoever you believe in. So I think being an underground superstar is being fully embodied in your artistry, and people will gravitate towards that.
I love that. I love that. And you mentioned authenticity. I think that's so important for an artist. Do you feel like you have always been your authentic self, or do you feel like you had to find kind of the confidence and the courage to be who you really want to be?
Ooh, this is a great question. In my art specifically, I feel like by the time I came around to being my own solo artist, I feel like as a Black queer person, let alone Black trans person in this world, I had already had to face so much because it's like, it's the whole world telling you who you can't be, but it's your authentic self. So by the time I was an artist, I was like, man, y'all already. Like, I don't need to worry.
Yes.
I think my biggest struggle with authenticity was my voice. I feel like in my first few records, they hold such a special place, but I hid my voice. I hid behind a lot of it. I was always very quiet, like in my songs. Like I was never loud. I got called out by a few people in the music industry, though. They were like, I can tell you're hiding. And then that's when I really kind of broke out of my shell. And this wasn't even too long ago. So
I love that. It's a journey for sure.
It truly
It's
is.
definitely
It
a
really
journey.
is.
Okay, well, if you had to give somebody who has never heard a song or any project of yours before one project to listen to so that they could see who you are, what would that project be?
You know, by the time this comes out, my new release, Oh Darling, will be out. And it's actually the one I did today. And I think that because it really is just an embodiment of the sonic world that I feel like I've spent so much time, countless nights, taking notes, researching,
Yeah.
and it's a beautiful blend. But if not that, my debut EP is a really good introduction. That's softer if you're not as into alternative music.
Okay.
You know, it'll ease you in a bit more.
Okay, I love that. I love that. I wanted to ask you, who is your all-time favorite artist or your all-time favorite muse?
Oh my God, I feel like I always have tried to prep myself for this question because I knew I would be asked it one day, but I never know how to answer because I pull from so many places. So if we're going aesthetic and swag, very Rihanna anti-era.
Yes.
If we're going like dark pop influence, Gaga is mother of that. You have to give tens where tens are due.
Absolutely.
But also, in terms of alternative and authenticity, Twigs, like FKA Twigs,
Yes.
Willow,
Yes.
Tinashe, who does not get enough credit for being as alternative
Yes.
as she is. And just truly those women, I feel like if they all combined, I would be like a child of them.
Oh,
So
I love that.
I adore them.
You got good taste. Yeah,
Thank you.
I like that. I like
try.
that. Okay, so we've talked about how, music is a journey, being an artist is a journey. So where do you see your music and your brand going in the next 5 years?
Okay. I feel like right now, what I'm waiting on is like the song. Not necessarily the hit song. You know how everyone says, oh, that was her espresso or whatever. I'm not waiting for the espresso. Before that, there was a song called Feather that also blew up, just not as big. I'm waiting for that one so then I can like full send it and make an album. I don't want to make an album before my career is in the status that I wish for it to be, because my bodies of work, I like for them to move people and be moments. And an album, like maybe an EP, I could do another EP, but
Yeah.
albums I feel like have really lost their weight and the sentiment behind them. And for me as an artist, it just feels wrong to just drop an album to drop an album. So it's like once I have my community of supporters, my naiads, like I then will drop a project. But within the next 5 years, I would like for that moment to happen. But my main goal is to tour.
Ooh, okay.
Performing is like the top of what I love to do as an artist. And truly, I need to go on tour. Like, it just needs to happen.
Okay, I see that for you. I really
Thank
do. I see
you.
it for you, girl. My last question for you: who is your number one inspiration? Not an artist or a celebrity, just somebody in your life that you feel like you can always look to for inspiration.
I want to give a shout out to. Ooh, I'm emotional. Oh my God.
Aww.
The PR is going away.
No, please, please. Let's catch it that. No, just kidding.
And close up, there's a
Close
tear.
up. You see that tear?
But I want to take this moment to give a shout out to, on the East Coast, I'm adopted. So being around a lot of people who are not Black was challenging growing up. And I want to give a shout out to my 2 dance teachers, because they were the 2 Black women who truly took me under their wing, raised me. And I attest so much of my confidence and just being able to face the world to them and how sweet they were. So shout out to Jodeci Millhouse and Catherine Zuccari. I love you guys so much, even all the way here on the West. I miss you.
Oh, I love that. Teachers matter. Teachers really
Truly.
do matter. Wow. Well, it's been such a pleasure, my
It's been so
love. Oh my
lovely.
goodness, guys. Please make sure you go follow her on all socials and make sure that you are staying tuned for that new song. Do you know when the song is going to drop?